Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spiritual Readiness on the Time of the Shift. I want to talk to you today about a topic that I started mentioning a few months back, which is about the fact that our world is rapidly changing. There are all kinds of events right now that are happening around the planet, causing great unease and internal agitation for us, as everything that we thought to be stable and to be grounding seems to be being uprooted. So, although as a seer, I've had the opportunity to receive prediction messages from the Galactic Region Council, basically giving me a very vague outline of some of the core event and landmarks that are going to be happening for the next, let's just say, few years. A lot of these events that are happening around the world right now, including this potential virus that's spreading out of China, were predicted. And I have to be very careful how I communicate this information, because it's not all about rainbow and puffy clouds and unicorn. It's very deep and profound conversation that has to do with potentially catastrophic events that are going to be happening or have the potential to happen in the future. How do you communicate this to people without sounding like you are fear-mongering? Moreover, the way the prediction happens, I get very vague ideas because they don't want to remove my free will and my own desire to make free choice. Therefore, when these events are happening and when you see me posting something online, the reaction that I'm having, whether I'm struggling with trying to assimilate, I've posted something very recently where I said that I feel like my body knows something that my mind is not ready to process. Now, when I say this, I'm being completely vulnerable and honest and telling you emotionally how I'm trying to process and understand. If I'm not sleeping and I feel panic, it's because this is happening truly to me. I'm being authentic. Now, what I find interesting is that a few of the spiritual teachers that I know were contacting me, kind of like shaming me into the way I was communicating this, that maybe I should not have said it the way I did, that for their perspective, the way I'm seeing them posting, they're pretending that everything is okay and everything is light, and in the end, all light will conquer darkness and all of that. You see, I have a problem with this, because when you're doing this, the person who is disempowered that you're trying to guide into that light, the gap between where they are emotionally is so low to where you're asking them to be by telling them to focus on virtues and focus on higher this and higher that, they can't get to it. When I am feeling that down and I am in that space and I'm able to talk about it, first of all, the people in my community identify themselves, because a lot of them are isolated. They think it's just themselves. They are alone in a vacuum and they are by themselves feeling this and thinking something is wrong with them. So when I say this, many people reach out to me and say, thank you for having said this. I've been feeling this for weeks. That's the first thing. The second thing, when I figure out how to get myself from where I am emotionally, whether I'm not sleeping or I'm feeling panic, to where I'm elevating and I'm going back into where I was before, when I felt I have a sense of certainty and hopefulness and positivity toward the future. When I go back into that space and I figure out how to do it, I can communicate it to them. And I can guide them into doing it. This is the reason why I'm posting the way I am. And as it stands, there are lots of other things in the channeling that I've received that I can't even say, because I don't want to incite fear. I don't want to cause people to go into panic. I mean, I have, in some ways, not to know and to be ignorant of things is a blessing. For me to, and I can tell you that there is a burden of knowing that for all of us who are seers who are able to perceive it, what's going to happen, there is a sense of responsibility, first of all, to guide my community into a better tomorrow, to give them fair warning so that people can be prepared. More importantly, even if I know it and I think I'm prepared enough. For example, I'm in the process of creating a community called Guyville as an ascended village, where in times of crisis, me and my spiritual community can find sanctuary. We can move into it. The link in the description forward will be in the link will be in the description of this video for that community, for the website. But in any event, I just wanted to explain this to you to make you understand, although I'm making preparation, but when the rubber starts hitting the road, it is a completely different thing than when you're channeling and you're elevated and you're perceiving it, the event, from the perspective of the celestial being that you're channeling or the galactic being that you're channeling. It's a completely different thing than you in the human body with the flesh, with all the weaknesses and all the fear and all the emotions that you're trying to process for you to experience it. Moreover, there is a level of emotional, social, and spiritual intelligence that needs to grow for you to get into that elevated state and for that to remain the default. So for those reasons, it is important for us to have an honest conversation in terms of me, what I am feeling, what I'm perceiving, and where you are, and try to converse and exchange so that I am able to share with you what I'm truly feeling, giving the perception of the Galactic Region Council that I have, and giving where I am as a human being living on Earth, and how do I negotiate and elevate myself to that point and share that with you. And also that you also communicate to me what you're feeling so that I can serve you better. Okay? I hope this conversation was able to illuminate something for you about the process of us traversing this period of transition that will lead us into the new earth. I want to say thank you for listening. Deep love. Like this video if you subscribe to the channel, and please share if that is something that's congruent with your inner knowing. Thank you.